Hey friends, welcome back to the Homeowner Hotline. This is a show where we talk real estate the way it actually works here in Tampa Bay. No hype, no national headlines, just what's happening in our neighborhoods. I'm your host, Yhotzmine Fields.
And I'm Jennifer Schotte. And today's episode is for Tampa homeowners, future sellers, and honestly, anyone who's ever driven past a for sale sign and thought, wait, is that price real?
Because today we're talking about one of the most expensive mistakes sellers are still making in the Tampa market. And yep, it's overpricing. But we're also going to talk about what Tampa buyers are actually doing right now because pricing mistakes don't happen in a vacuum.
So let's get into why this matters in the Tampa area.
Sure. So last week we pulled December 2025 data for our local Tampa market. And those are not national stats, not what some headlines say the market could be doing. I'm talking 500 closed sales right here in Tampa, South Tampa, Riverview, Brandon, Carrollwood, Wesley Chapel, all of it. And Jennifer, the patterns were loud.
Like once you see it, you can't unsee it loud?
Exactly. It completely changes how you think about pricing a home here. A quick snapshot for you guys, almost 500 homes sold. The median price was $439,000. The average price was $608,000.
Yeah, that spread tells us something important. Tampa Bay is a mixed market for sure. Different price points, different buyer pools, different strategies, and sellers get into trouble when they assume what worked in their neighbor's subdivision will work for their house too. Like what's happening up near my house in Wesley Chapel isn't going to work for your house down in Brandon, for example.
Exactly.
Definitely not.
And in today's Tampa market, that assumption costs money.
Big money.
We're going to get into that in a little while.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit now about what the Tampa buyer market looks like.
So here's what we're actually dealing with. Tampa right now sits somewhere between competitive and balanced.
Right. So it's not like the 2021 feeding frenzy, but definitely not crickets either.
Exactly. Buyers are active. They're just not rushing. Right now, Tampa has about 1,640 active listings across the metro area. Homes are selling, just not overnight. That tells us Tampa buyers are out looking, paying attention, and being very intentional.
Right. They're taking their time because they can and comparing neighborhoods, not just houses. And also, they're able to be picky right now.
Yes. And when buyers have time, pricing accuracy matters even more.
Absolutely. So before we get into this a little further, let's take a detour quick and talk about the interest rates.
There's another piece we have to talk about, interest rates, because Tampa buyers are responding to this in a very specific way. Over the last few months, mortgage rates have come down to their lowest point in 3 years.
Yeah, it's big for buyers. It basically puts you in a whole different buying pool, really.
It does. It can change your total buying power.
Yeah, especially for those buyers who have been waiting to see what happens. This is huge.
It is huge. This isn't 2020 money, but it's the most breathing room buyers have had in a while.
Yeah, for sure. And Tampa buyers noticed.
What we're seeing isn't panic buying anymore. It's people re-entering the market. Buyers who paused in 2023 and early 2024 are coming back with pre-approvals already done, firm monthly payment limits, and very clear expectations about condition of the home and location.
Right. So lower rates didn't make Tampa buyers reckless. It actually made them more confident, I believe.
That's exactly it. Lower rates don't make buyers ignore an overpriced home in South Tampa. They don't excuse a dated house in Brandon, and they don't magically just justify pricing above comps in Wesley Chapel.
Right. What they do is make buyers more selective. So when sellers say rates are down, buyers will stretch. Tampa buyers are saying rates are down. Now I'm really watching the numbers.
Absolutely.
So we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we're going to get into, about the overpricing patterns we've seen locally and have experienced personally.
Yes.
We'll be right back. welcome back. Let's get into those overpricing patterns that we're noticing here in our local market.
Sure. So here's where December got eye-opening. This number's big. 55% of Tampa area listings reduce their price at least once.
55. That's more than half.
More than half. And those weren't tiny cuts. The median price reduction was $30,000.
It's crazy.
The average price reduction is just over $51,000.
Yeah. That's not testing the market. That's correcting the market.
I've been saying this for a while. We were long overdue for a correction.
Mm-hmm.
The homes that sat for an average of 3.5 months, roughly 106 days.
Yeah, that's a long time when buyers can just move on to the next listing.
Exactly. Long days on the market in Tampa signals hesitation. Buyers start wondering, why didn't it appraise?
Lots of things.
What came up in those inspections?
Right.
And why didn't this sell already? Price reductions usually aren't strategic. They're reactive.
Yeah, and we're personally dealing with a situation where the home was definitely overpriced, but it was due to a couple agents
doing the seller a huge disservice.
Yeah, prior to us taking on the listing.
I think when you have a seller who aggressively says, I need this number or I want to make this amount of money, it makes it hard for agents to say...
To be realistic.
Yes, and say this is not what you're going to get. And that if an agent's not strong enough to, have those conversations, you're going to wind up in a bad situation.
Yeah, you're going to end up with the house on the market for over 106 days.
100%. Yes.
You're going to end up being one of those who does the $30,000 or $51,000 price reduction, you know? Really, having those tough conversations is what's going to help your sellers.
It is. However, the situation where we have this seller who has had it on the market with about 5 different agents with not the right reductions.
Yeah.
We recently reduced it drastically
to where it should have been
all along. Yeah. And we are sitting on four offers right now. Yep. Yes. And it drove the price back up at least
I want to say about almost $50,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So strategy, my friends.
Yes.
Have the hard conversations, be upfront as hard as it may be, just do it. So with that, let's kind of talk about the Tampa comparison that changes everything.
So Tampa homes that were priced right from day one, those homes sold in 37 days.
Not 106.
Not 106. They had 0 price reductions and they kept leverage the entire time.
Yeah, so not rushed, just price for today's buyers.
Exactly. Sellers think I'll price high and negotiate down. That is not a strategy. That is what I like to call you chasing the market.
Mm-hmm.
But Tampa buyers see that and think I'll just wait or buy the street over where the house is priced correctly.
Right. And waiting buyers are powerful buyers, especially in this market today.
It gives them a lot of leverage.
Yeah. It definitely...
Our buyers right now in our area know they have options.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I don't want it to make it sound like it's a buyer's market because it's not by any means. Market. It's a very stable market. As many homes are coming on as many are being sold, right? Yep. It's just knowing how to price your home so it moves quick.
I think one of the biggest things that, we had a lot of people jump into real estate when the COVID market happened because they thought, oh, wow, this is easy. I can make some quick cash. And they did. They made quick cash, right? But right before the COVID market was a buyer's market. And I remember our houses in our office sitting 80 to 100 days.
Yeah.
And the things that we had to do to get it sold. And those are all strategies that we've talked about in previous shows.
Yeah.
On how to get your home sold.
Right.
But pricing is probably number one.
Yeah. And I do agree that although it is definitely a balanced market right now, to the point that we're talking about, like, for example, our listing is the most reasonably priced home in that neighborhood.
Yes, it is.
The other ones are very unrealistic,
The
especially
other ones
considering
are
the
200
conditions.
plus K over what we're asking right now.
Yeah, and they're going to continue to sit there. One has been there significantly longer than ours.
So that was my point about the agents who got in this market in COVID. Like, yeah. I'm not saying that they're bad agents by any means.
No, but they're not doing anything. They're not putting work in. Well, because
sometimes it's hard if you haven't had to have those conversations in the past. That's where a very seasoned agent can be, beneficial to you. Mm-hmm. So that they're comfortable saying, hey, look, we've tried this your way. Now we've got to do it this way.
Yeah. The way that
it was supposed to be done.
Results.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, if you're okay, like the dollar matter more is, oh my gosh, words. If the dollar matters more to you and you're okay waiting 100 days to sell your home or so, then by all means, that's fine. But the majority of sellers want to sell their home as quick as they possibly can.
We did a poll.
Yeah.
Like what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
And the 2 different questions were
what matters most?
Yeah, and was it the highest dollar or selling the fastest? And I think we got a 50-50 response on that.
Yes.
Yeah. So it just depends 50, on the person situation.
Yeah.
But look, if you want a higher price, you want to start out at a higher price, you really, really have to go back and listen to a couple episodes ago and learn how you can do, what steps you need to take to get that. Because, pre-inspection and fix everything before you list it. I'm stage your house, deep cleaning it, all of those things.
The light bulbs. That's for pictures, really. But pictures are the first thing people see. So.
Yeah, that's your first impression. That's your smile. But no, you literally have to do all of those things. I have a seller right now who is just sitting on the market, and I have had to backpedal with her because I tried to get her to do things beforehand and she wouldn't do it. Mm-hmm. And we've had to take feedback from the open houses and say, hey, this is what everybody's saying about your house. Yeah. And then that made her change her mind.
Right.
So you don't want to backpedal. You want to get it right the first time before you put it on the market.
Right. So let's get into what the best Tampa sellers did differently.
Well, here's what the fastest selling homes in Tampa have in common. Every single one of these checked 3 boxes.
And none of them were luck.
Not one. First one, priced at or slightly below neighborhood comps.
Yes. If you're slightly below your comps, for example, our listing, that's how you will get more offers, which will essentially drive your price back up.
Right.
Second, I say professional presentation.
We harp on that.
Yes. Photos, the conditioning, staging, all of it matters.
Because buyers see your home online before they ever hit, the road next to you. And that is, like we said just a few minutes ago, that is your very first impression, and it's the most important.
Right. And then third, a strong first week launch. I think that is one of the first week again, back in previous episodes, the first week your house is on the market tells you everything you need to know about pricing of where you're at.
Well, not just that. Remember, the buyer decides in the first 8 to 12 seconds if they love the home and they want to buy it.
Exactly. Yep. So Naga, let's see what happens. More like we know who the buyer is and we're ready.
The payoff. More showings early, sold about 3.5 times faster, and stronger net proceeds, as we've proven to you.
Exactly. So how many buyers are actually active in Tampa?
People always ask this question. There's no true way to measure it, but...
It's not like measuring the number of homes on the market.
No, but there really are buyers out there, I promise.
Yeah, it's for sure.
Look, there's no official account that we can get you anywhere, but the signs are clear. Most Tampa homes are getting about 1 offer per listing on average.
Yep, which tells us buyers are active. They're just being selective because they can.
Exactly. At any given time, there are hundreds of homes under contract across Tampa Bay. That means buyers are touring, writing offers, and moving forward every day. This is a healthy demand, healthy demand, not hype demand.
Right. And you want the house that has the lighter cabinets and features, you can go find that.
Well, it's not just, that really is, they get to be picky about that too, right? Mm-hmm. So think about the one girl that we went shopping with a couple weekends ago.
Yeah.
She is going to be a first-time home buyer.
Yep.
And we probably showed her about what, 5 or 6 homes total.
I think it was 7 total in the day.
Okay. And one home had the floor plan that she loved.
Mm-hmm.
Older.
Yep.
Had lots of work to do.
Yeah.
But the other one wasn't exactly the floor plan she wanted, but it was maintenance free.
It was essentially a brand new home. It was it was 2 years old.
And she did not want to adopt somebody else's problem.
No.
And buyers will not do that, right? They don't have to.
Right.
When new construction is so affordable.
Yep. Again, that kind of goes towards, I think, depending on your area where you live near new construction, you're pricing your home to be competitive with them too. So
yes.
Yeah, lots of things going into factors here in the market today.
Yes.
And,
but I thought that 55% number was interesting. That's a lot of price reductions.
Yeah. That's a big number.
Yes. And that that $50,000 average is literally big too. Those are not small numbers.
Yeah.
So we have some advice for you guys if you're looking to sell in the Tampa Bay market.
Yep. The takeaway.
Buyers are out there, but they're informed. They're patient and very numbers driven. Do not guess on your pricing. Online estimates do not show deals that fell apart, inspection negotiations,
seller concessions, or what buyers actually pushed back on. And those details definitely matter more than the list price you see online.
They matter everything. And that's how you lead in the Tampa market, not chase it.
Right.
Listen, guys, if you're thinking about selling or just want a real picture of your neighborhood, I am happy to walk you through that data. I'll show you what homes like yours sold for, how long it took, and how Tampa buyers are making decisions right now.
No pressure, no sales pitch.
Just clarity. Because the Tampa market always tells the truth. You just need someone who knows how to read it.
Like us, your homegirls.
Yes, your homegirls.
So thanks for listening to another episode of the Homeowner Hotline, and we hope you join us next time.